Hi, everybody. It's Dominic Rubino from Cabinetmakerprofitsystem.com. Thank you very much for joining me here. Today, we're going to talk about the 3 formulas for growing your business, for doubling your business and doubling your time off. It's a pretty exciting topic. It is the spine of business coaching. It's what I've been doing for 18 years now, working with business owners, using it on my own companies. I've built 2 large companies of my own. One I got up to 140 employees, and the other one I got up to 240 franchisees. And I've used the same systems there that I'm talking about here. And I've used this system that we're talking about on these 3 sets of videos and audios for you with my clients all around the world for a very long time. So I'm glad you're checking in. Feel free to share this with your friends, your business partners, your colleagues. Like it, add comments if you want, because there's lots of juicy stuff here. I'm going to go through it from a fairly high level in this one. And the reason for that is because you might be listening in your truck. You might be listening while you're walking your dog. You might be listening while you're finally on a vacation on the beach. You might be just catching snippets of it on the golf cart while your buddy's duffing the ball. Don't care, don't know. But I'll tell you what, there's always more information for you to actually download and take notes on if you want at Cabinetmakerprofitsystem.com. Now, in that document, it also says, look, if you don't have time to read this thing, go listen to the audio. So welcome to the audio. But either way, I'm going to bring you the best information that I can so that you can apply it in your company. Okay. And again, like it, share it, leave comments. Love to hear it. So we're going to break this into 3 parts because there are 3 basic formulas for growing your cabinet making shop. Whether you're an architectural woodworker, millworker, cabinet maker, furniture maker, whether you make pool tables, caskets and coffins, doesn't matter. It all comes down to the same basic concepts of driving that profit number. So the goal at the end of this is that you're going to understand exactly how to double your income and double your time off in running your business, okay? So there are 3 formulas, and those 3 formulas are the customer formula, the revenue formula, and the profit formula. Now, each of these formulas you probably know or have a sense of how to put them together on your own, but what a lot of guys don't understand is how you glue them together, how to biscuit join these all together, because that's where the magic comes in. Understanding where one formula starts and finishes and where it merges into the next one and the next one. That's where you really make the money. During this video, if you're watching me on video, you're going to see me scrolling because I'm reading from the actual document that you can download at Cabinetmakerprofitsystem.com. If you're listening to the audio, then that was just an awkward sentence and you didn't see me doing anything anyways, but you'll know what the video says. So if you want to watch the video from home or your office, you can go watch it there, okay? You can see that I like to have a lot of fun. I don't even care if I'm funny, I just try. You might be the same, you might be different. Doesn't matter, but I look forward to getting to know you. So here we go. We're going to talk about the customer formula first. The customer formula is really, really simple. It's made up of 2 inputs and 1 output. And the 2 inputs are this. Input number 1 is leads. Leads multiplied by conversion rate equals our number of customers or our number of jobs, okay? Now, it's really important to understand that because if you've ever been the guy who drove home, white-knuckling the steering wheel saying, God, this business would just be better if we just had more customers, then I understand your frustration. I'm sorry that you're frustrated. You're asking a good question, but you're asking the wrong question. What you actually need to do to get more customers is have more and better leads, number 1, and then you need a better system for converting or selling or winning those bids or getting those jobs, and that will give you your number of customers. Think about it like your batting average. For all the bids you're answering, how many are you getting? That gives you your number of customers throughout the year. It's pretty simple and straightforward, as most things that are really solid and can't be picked apart are. They just are the truths, and that's the customer formula in your business. You want to know about this section. You want to listen to this or actually go back and download the document if you like. This section's important if you need more customers, if you need better customers or jobs, if you need bigger dollar size deals. This is an important piece to listen to. If you find your shop is slow and you can't keep your guys busy enough, which, as we both know, leads to maybe you're losing some good guys because of that, finding that frustrating. This particular piece of information from the business growth world is important if you find that you need jobs that line up with how your shop is set up, because every shop is set up differently. I've said this before, but if you go out and look at your shop, if I was there as a guest one day, I'm probably going to ask you, what was the first piece of equipment you ever had? And most guys will point to a saw and say, that saw there, that's the saw I started with in my garage, in my mom's basement, in a piece of a shop that I borrowed off a buddy. And your shop is really a reflection of how you've grown over time by the pieces you've added. And everybody's got a different shop setup. So your jobs need to line up with how your shop is set up for you to be the most profitable. okay? And then you find yourself bidding or estimating on lots of deals, but you don't seem to win on the good ones, okay? You find yourself getting deals you actually don't even like doing, or you find other guys are getting the best jobs. So this section's important to you in those situations. And of course, if your bids, you find your bids getting shopped, which means you put in your bid and they're just using that to go around everybody else, that stinks. Or maybe you've just spent too much money on internet marketing, but you haven't seen results. You're wondering why, because you've had a lot of leads, but your conversion rate's not working, so you're not getting the customers, okay? Formula is pretty simple. If you got 300 leads last year and you won 10% of them, then you did 30 jobs, right? 300 times 10% gives you 30. The point that I'm trying to make here, and what you'll get if you go through the document, is by increasing each of the inputs, which is leads and conversion rate, by just 10%. So instead of getting the 300 leads, you're going to get 330 leads. And instead of closing 10% of them, you close 11%, you're going to get 36.3 deals next year. Now that's good. You might be saying, actually, Dom, we can't handle any more work. That would rip us apart. Well, that's a different issue, and we can deal with that later, especially here in the document, because I go into more detail in the document. But leads is important. Leads is the first part of the formula because it's where it all starts. It's a measurement of the number of deals you're seeing, whether they came to you by email, phone call, or referral. Conversion rate, like I said, it's your batting average. Just the percentage of bids or estimates you win versus how many jobs you bid or estimated, okay? And then that gives you your number of jobs. I also call it customers, right? What's important here is actually the key to the whole thing. Anything that follows an equal sign is an outcome, not an input. And the guys that get head faked are the ones who focus on the output, not the income, because you and I can control the inputs, but we can't control the output, right? So we can control lead flow, we can control conversion rate, and number of jobs, number of customers is just the output of that, okay? So if you want more jobs, you actually need more leads and a better conversion rate. If you want bigger and better jobs, you actually need the right kind of more leads, and you need to sell to them a little bit differently than you have up till now. And this is where the little things like entering the contests that happen, the architectural woodwork, the cabinet making contests, from the Kitchen and Bath Association, from AWMAC, from AWI, whatever it is. That's why you join them. That's why you put yourself into those contests, so that you have that to add to your bid package when you send it in later to the designer, the general contractor, the builder, etc. So if you're thinking all those things, if those are the concerns in your business, then the customer formula is really where you want to be. Okay, so if you need more customers, here's a couple of winning suggestions. These are things you would actually hear if you sat in a coaching meeting with me. I'm just going to give them to you right now. And again, if you want them, just go back to Cabinetmakerprofitsystem.com, download the worksheet for this. So here's the first thing: work on your marketing system. Make sure there is a system you have for marketing. If you're just relying reactively on bids coming into you, that's a problem, and you can actually put a marketing system in place. Even as a subcontract provider like yourself, you can manage that flow really well. The next thing I want you to do is make strong connections with the right kind of people who can get you jobs. So my friend, remember I said this would double your income and double your time off? Some of that time off might be used golfing, if you like that. So take your clients golfing. Go to their golf events. Get out there and schmooze. Do the things you need to do. The other thing I want you to do is spend even less of your time on the tools. I need you to get off the tools. If you're already a $2 million woodworking shop and you want to be a 2.5 or a $3 million woodwork shop, the only way for you to do that is for you, my friend, to get off the tools. Just plain and simple. And think about the bigger shops that are out there around you, and you know them. The owner's not on the tools, okay? Spend more of your time developing the business. And that means you're going to be meeting with designers, builders, general contractors, etc. Right? The next thing I want you to do is use technology to help you market. Now, that's a big statement, so I'll leave that as a standalone. You'll be able to find more of that information at Cabinetmakerprofitsystem.com, so I'll leave it for there. Promote your jobs for awards. I've already said this, for AWI, AWMAC, joinery competitions, Kitchen and Bath Association competitions, and stuff like that. And then go back to your best contacts and call them up. You don't even have to ask them for work. You can just call them up and see what's going on. If you're not into sales, just develop relationships with people. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. And I'll bet you're the kind of guy that people know, like, and trust. And if they don't know you, but they like you and trust you, then go get known by making a couple phone calls. Take them for coffee, glass of wine, go to the driving range. Easy, simple stuff. I'm not talking about changing you into a Gordon Gekko business development. Just go out and develop relationships with people, all right? If for some reason you find yourself needing less customers, Some of you are laughing. Why would I need less customers? Well, it could mean that you're bidding and you're winning every job in sight, which tells me you're too cheap. You need to raise your prices. So stop bidding on everything in sight and get really picky. You run an excellent shop. And I know you run an excellent shop because of the millions of architectural woodworkers, cabinet makers, mill workers out there. Only people like you took the time to go listen to this video or download this document, right? So you've already self-selected to be a winner and a leader. And so because of that, you don't have to bid on everything. People are getting a deal sending you quotes because you're doing great work for them and probably not charging enough for it. Okay. So, hey, know exactly what your perfect job is. Remember I said your shop is set up for a certain kind of output. Just make sure you're doing that. Okay. So raise your prices. You're happy to hear me say that, right? You're a great tradesman. Here's what I'd like you to do. Ask your admin to go and print a list of all the jobs you built this year and how much you billed for them. And then once you have that list in front of you, I'd like you to ask yourself these 2 questions. These 2 questions are important. So I want you to go grab a cup of coffee, glass of wine, glass of scotch, whatever you like to do. But ask yourself these 2 questions with this sheet in front of you where you're not being bugged. If we won a job, was that job perfect for us? So you're going to have a list of 30 gigs, 30 jobs you did this year. If we won that job, was it perfect for us? Was it perfect? Or did we consistently have problems on it? Or did we have to sub out too much of it, etc.? If we lost that bid, why didn't we get it? And if you didn't get it, it's probably not just price, my friend. There could be something else. So when you take action on these 2 things, you're going to see a lot of improvement. It'll take a little while for the improvement to kick in, but your leads will go up, more and better leads, more and better conversion rate, and then that'll spit out for you more deals at the end. I'm going to stop here right now. Again, if you want more information or if you want to be able to scribble this, if you want to take this into a management meeting with yourself and your business partner, go back to Cabinetmakerprofitsystem.com and download the document there so you can do whatever you like with it. Share it with your friends. If you're a member of the association already, hand it out amongst the board members or people that are attending so you guys can have a serious conversation here about how to affect change in your business the way you want. There will be 2 more episodes of this particular video coming up. We're already at 11 or 12 minutes now. It's kind of long. I'm going to cut it off here, and I'll let you rely on the document for anything else you need. Feel free to send me a line, drop me a line, LinkedIn, Facebook, on YouTube, on the website, Cabinetmakerprofitsystem.com, and I look forward to meeting you one day soon. Have a great day.